trash can and go away, out of sight, out of mind. I mean, it goes somewhere. And so there's all these things, right? There's all these lessons in this one, which started as a passion project, which is, you know, budding into a business, that that's why it's so personal for me. Is there's just so many things attached to why I started this. What does it mean to me? You know, what does it mean to my family? What it could potentially be for my family. And in order to get to that point where I feel so confident doing it, and I was telling you this earlier, it's like, I just had to stop listening to those limitations of what people think a mom should be. You know, because we're on this whole topic of a mompreneur. But it's so interesting that we have to come up with a saying for that, right? Specifically. Right. And like the mom is still in there, because I feel like society, it's hard to separate the two. Yeah. It's hard.
It is. And, you know, I guess there are societal reasons for that. You know, mom takes care of the kids. Dad goes off to work and brings home the bacon. Yeah, that's traditional.
The breadwinner.
But that doesn't always have to be, right? Especially in your guys' case, especially in a case of thousands of other people here on the islands that are in the same boat. It's like, no, you don't have to have that traditional mindset.
And it's okay.
Right.
It's okay. And everything's gonna be okay. I think that's something that my husband and I really had to work through when I was starting this. While he was unemployed, he was adjusting to being the full-time dad. We constantly, there were a lot of struggles, you know. There were times where it seemed like, should I stop? Should I stop? And we would always have to remind each other, it's gonna be okay. Just keep going. It's gonna be okay. Just trust yourself and don't listen to the limitations, and don't listen to those people sliding in your DM saying, oh, how do you do that with the kids? Like, okay.
I just do
it.
Right.
I watched one of your other ones where you said, just do it.
Effing do it.
Just effing do it.
Effing do it. Yeah,
and I did watch that video that you had posted.
A lot more people to watch that video.
And it resonated with me. Yeah. I was like, you know what? We just have to do it. We just have to do it. And we have to go, you know, we have to break those stereotypes.
Because it's also, in my mindset, it's also like, what's the consequence of not doing it? I think the consequence of not doing something is bigger in the long term than the potential failure of jumping in and doing it.
I mean, what's the, you know, if I stopped tomorrow,
right?
If I went home after this podcast,
where
and
would
just
you be
said,
5-6 years from now?
You know, I mean, where would I be in a week? I'd be like I said, this is an outlet for me, right? So well, how would my mental health, how would my emotional state, how would that all change? How would the dynamic that we already have created with our family change? You know, you're just
What message would you be sending to your friends and your family if you just gave up?
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be like, look, another one that did it and tried and failed and stopped.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to even try because she failed, so why should I try?
No, and that's the thing, right? I think, like, I'm 33, right? I'm 30. Hi, world. I'm 33.
Still way younger than the rest of us. So yeah.
I know, but it's just, you know, you just have to say, I went to school. I did what I was supposed to do, and I followed that trajectory, and here I am, and I'm confident enough to make this new change. And you know what? Even if I failed in 3 years and this doesn't pan out the way I want it to, it's never too late to just start again.
Yeah.
And all it takes is that right connection, that right support system, that right just situation, right? That perfect storm to who says I can't fail at this, start something else when I'm 39 or 40, and be uber super successful by the time I'm 46, or 50. It's like I need to. I don't want to say we. I'm not here to speak to like that, but I needed to stop thinking about time in that way. Where I am supposed to be. Where should I be? I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be because I'm happy and it's what I'm doing and it's where I'm choosing to put my energy. I think it's when you stop choosing and you just let the energy kind of get away from you, that's where it becomes, that's the failure in my mind.
Right,
that's decay, right? I mean, I'm choosing to put my energy somewhere, so that in and of itself is a success, and I'm okay with that. And I'm okay. I'm nervous as hell, but it'll be okay.
I was literally shocked that when you said you've only been doing it since October.
Yeah.
You've come so far. said, wow, that's actually really fast.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you. I mean, anyone who really knows me closely will know.
4 months, 5 months.
Yeah, once Evette gets something in her head, once I latch onto something, it's like, oh, get out of the way.
Nice.
You gotta, like, you're either on this train and we're going, or like step aside, because that's kind of what it is. And but I'm very fortunate. Like, we're on that topic of mom. I'm fortunate to have had women ahead of me who did the same thing, who lived life very similarly. Get on this train, we're going. Bye. Come on, come with us. Like,
can you blow a train horn?
Toot toot.
Everybody, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to this podcast on YouTube. And if you're one of our awesome listeners, to any of the audio platforms on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Can you do us a favor? Can you leave us a quick review or a 5-star rating or whatever you think, and leave us some thoughts on how you think we can improve the show. It's going to help us so much, and going to help this channel grow ever more and help so many more people. Mahalo.